What's going on, you guys? So I'm here with my brother Asian Persuasion, you already know, and we are here at the 3v3 YCS here in Las Vegas, and we're here with
Chancellor.
Awesome, and this is your team. I'm my boy Jared, you already know. Tyler, yep.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are very unique because none of you played, what was it?
Fire
guys.
No
No
fire
Snake Eyes
decks.
cards in any of these deck profiles. We're doing them each individually. We're going to start with you.
A little bit.
Not
You gotta
enough.
play
Not
something.
enough.
actual fire.
Exactly.
Not the real one.
And what were you playing?
I was playing Rescue Ace, the only one in all the top 16, the one out of 48 decks at top.
That's actually crazy.
41 fire decks, 5 voiceless, these two.
These two, which we're good at.
Yep. And Pearly. Yep.
Yeah.
We got the party guy too.
We do. Awesome.
Crazy.
Well, before we get into it, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah, shoutouts to my team, Jared, Tyler, and our fourth member.
Yep.
We were playing with such a crazy advantage because, you know, we had Darren with us the whole day. He was blessing us.
So we lost him 2 weeks ago. We said we're doing this for you. We love you. And you'll never be forgotten.
And
He was the fourth in the 3v3.
He was blessing us the whole weekend. Also, shout outs to my mom and my girlfriend Casey. They were texting me between every single round, following me on stream and the website. I couldn't have done it without y'all support. Everybody from Philly, AU, everyone, Delaware, everywhere. Yeah. Thank you.
I also have a couple shout-outs.
Okay.
Shout-outs to the Wolfpack. Shout-out to Wakanda. Shout-out to hey, Jared Zimmerman. I'm catching up, Jared Zimmerman. And shout-out to my other team. Damn, I forgot their names. But shout out to them. They
We'll
know
get
who
it
they
in your
are.
video.
You get it in your video.
Don't worry.
It'll run it back.
This is
It's my time.
All right.
Ready?
All right. Well, let's hop into
Let's
it.
do it. So Rescue Ace, 3 Hydrant, 2 Turbulence, 2 Preventer, 1 Airlifter. I wasn't playing Impulse. I wanted to cut down on the cards that kind of play into tactics or lose to hand traps. Impulsing for a card feels really bad when Impulse could have been a real hand trap. So I just played this. I was thinking about playing a 3rd Preventer because it comes up a lot to set 4 through multiple interruptions. But this is all mandatory. I think you still got to play 3. Even if you're playing the Snake Eyes cards and the one-ins, normal summoning Hydrant is very powerful still. Supplementary Engine, Roto 1-for-1. This is my 43rd card. Came up a lot. It was pretty good getting Nash out of hands. Spell traps, you know, the standard lineup, all the one-ofs. Nothing too crazy. For the Diabell Star engine, I'm maxed out. Still only 1 original, but you gotta see ways to play. I think the most important thing about this is being able to get Hydrant on field while preserving your normal summon, or at least baiting out interactions. Everybody's always imperming this. Everybody's always veiling this. So I want to open up multiple so that I can play with the rest of my hand. And these are just 1-card starters, so if they don't have anything and your hand is all this and 4 hand traps, you're winning. 1 Poplar, 3 Bonfire. So if you're not afraid to troll, then you just Bonfire for a Poplar. Poplar gets original, and you do the full Snake Eye combo anyway. Hydrant gets Airlifter, normal summon Lifter, and add Alert, that's Turbulence, and you're all set.
They just don't have draw.
They just never.
They don't have it.
They
They actually didn't have it.
They actually
They never had it.
never
Yeah,
had
this is
it.
what going on.
Yeah, they never had it.
And then non-engine, super important. 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, and 2 Tactics. I drew this card twice, and honestly, like, it was
This
alright.
actually secured
but
gate round 9
It's still really good.
because he had just won, I had just lost, and all he had was Black Witch on board and attack.
Oh yeah, and I took it to play under
That
Nib.
was exact game.
Yeah. That was all. Yeah, I would still play this card. In terms of like non-engine, I went with just hand traps, and this makes my turn 1 better. Because before this, I was gonna play something like Super Poly, and I thought that card was like actually kind of low-key mid because you're pitching a card that could have been a hand trap on its own. And a lot of the Snake Eye players are just making a board that doesn't die to Super Poly anyway. So I would stick with hand traps.
Yeah, hand traps for sure.
Extra deck, 1 Link Karibo, 2 SP. I know a lot of people are playing 1 in the fire deck, the Snake Eyes one, but you need to because your general combo when you open up Witch with Hydrant and Lifter, you make SP, summon Turbulence from hand, because before it was important to imperm on summon. So if they're actually not able to imperm on summon, they need 2 imperms, because if they activate imperm on summon, you just make this into a princess and bring back Turbulence. And if they do imperm on the effect activation, you chain SP. So I wanted the second one to crack through
I think it
boards.
came up so many times.
It came up every single round.
Yeah.
Dark, Hita, Nightmare Phoenix, and Sunlight Wolf for the Link 2s. You gotta play these. Phoenix was actually gonna be a super poly target when I was testing, but this is super beneficial for when they get rid of Sanctuary and you wanna clear their board. Or even drawing more cards, like linking this into Linkaribo is insane. Pop a back row, Princess. Speaking of,
That card's cracked.
card's crazy. One Heat Soul, one Celine. I went and played Celine because I was playing like all the Link 4s.
Ooh.
I think this deck
That's great.
is actually really important. Going for access code just to have more ways to kill over like big bodies. Low key, I was trying to prepare for the Raid Raptor deck. I heard they make a lot of towers that you can only attack over.
Like
so
3 tower
53
monster.
as well as Skull Guardian to kill it when it's 40-some
We
hundred.
actually got that to 63 at one point
Yeah.
with the League 4.
That's crazy.
I was somehow, I never played this before because these were super poly targets before too. And every single game where I went for it, I messed it up horribly, but I still killed, except for when I was on stream. That was good use.
Yeah.
And then this is just generally a good target when you're hand trapped to death and you have to end on this. Oppo normally for crackback. I never try to end on it all the time.
Yeah.
Side deck, 2 Bell, 2 Droll. It's kind of weird, but for my siding patterns, I didn't want to overcommit. This card seems kind of mid anyway, unless it's a Fire King deck. And I thought more people were just going to play pure Snake Eyes. And against pure Snake Eyes, this isn't that great. This is good against all the fire decks. Going first, going second, having the 2 ofs, not clogging your hand. You just Heat Soul draw 2, you want to draw. So you're always seeing 3 cards after you deck thin all of your targets, after you set with Turbulence. So I only really wanted to play 2 because these cards are very good, but they're not, I guess, like better than just having
How we
that
decided
Imperm
about this
available.
ratio too was, I said, because we were back and forth with something else, I don't remember, but I said, all right, we're gonna do this. Flip a coin. Heads, it's this. Tails, it's that. And I said, I didn't let him look, and I said, what did you want it to be? He goes, that. And I said, okay, that's why we're making our decision. It never mattered on the chance.
Yeah,
we were just doing
no
it.
point flip.
That was the decision. It was just to make the decision.
One Pank. This was alright. The main reason I played it is because I want to have a little bit of Darren in my deck. I borrowed this at YCS Virginia, and I didn't get to give it back to him. So I was going to use it.
Yeah.
Came up a couple times. Actually, I drew it like twice, and I attacked over an SP both times, and that's all I needed.
That's insane. I'll SP in another card.
Yup. And then I played 3 Bystials. I really wanted to respect the voiceless deck. I don't think that many people were prepared for it, so I did want to do something, say like hitting Saphira or hitting any of the other cards. I only drew this against my Raid Raptor opponent. If they activate the quick play spell that summons the 13, you're supposed to hit the 4 because they don't have a 9 to summon, so they can't make the 13, and it just fizzles.
And we also played one of each because summon limits a card in the voiceless voice deck. This way, you're not drawing multiples, and you can play it on their turn, and you always can do multiples if you draw 2 of them.
3 Cosmic. I drew this for turn in my feature to hit the anti-spell, so that was awesome. This is for Fire Kings, everything. Everybody's playing 3. 2 Psalm Strike. This is for going first against any of the fire decks. Whenever they normal summon Ash,
Not today.
yeah, they can't chain anything. It just clears it. They can't original it. It's way better than Imperm. I'm paying 15 all the time.
Yeah.
It's also pretty nice against a Black Witch as well. That can also just end their turn.
And again, only 2 because I want to draw it off of like Heat Soul or One It or Open It after I resolve Turbulence. As card was performing. And then 1 and 1.
We wanted
Came
to
up
have
once.
We wanted to have a little sprite in our deck. And
Yeah.
the fire it's a tuner, right?
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
So the reason I actually played this deck is because I was not testing the Fire King mirror since November, which everybody was, and I'm really comfortable with this deck. Also, I got traumatized by Shifter a couple weeks ago, so I'm like, as long as I open Emergency, what are you gonna do against F4? But I'm really glad I played it. Everybody seemed to be taking their mass background removal out.
Which helps you.
Which helps me because people aren't siding evenly or Lightning Storm anymore because odds are Flamberge is going to put back Ash in their back row, something like that. So it turns them off. So never got evenly, nobody entered battle phase or did anything, so it was really cool. You can play through a lot of hand traps. They have to hand trap you pretty early, and if you just have it, you have it. I could play under Droll, so hard. And Turbulence Step 4 is just game.
You're not wrong, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a really good medical too.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is I started playing this deck a couple months ago. I taught my first regional ever, and here we are, top 8 at the biggest 3v3 YCS there ever was.
Yeah,
So
you guys are insane.
yeah.
it was a great weekend.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Definitely
What's up?
awesome.
Congratulations on being the only rescue ace player. You took what you're comfortable with and you got there, man. So
Yes, sir.
congratulations on that. And thank you for the deck profile.
No problem. Thank you.